I guess also one of the more toxic things that I want to talk about, the insane amount of comparison. If she's only eating this much, then I should only be eating this much. Or if she's only looking like this, then I should look like this. Hi guys, it's Beck. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am sitting next to some roommate. Do you want to introduce yourself, roommate?
Hi, I'm Tyler and I'm the executive roommate.
Today I wanted to really have an honest and raw conversation about documenting a very private part of my life on social media for like a lot of people to see. Judging from the title, you'll know that I'm talking about some of the more vulnerable, I don't want to say negative, but just like some of the things that I don't really talk about. So let's get into it. Whoa, I get nervous and I make noises. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Before I had even started the whole YouTube channel, at the time, my biggest inspirations, and they still very are inspirational. I first read Tabitha Farah's book, and then I was watching Megzy Recovery's YouTube channel, who is absolutely the most articulate, authentic, compassionate person who really delves into so many conversations, so go check her out. And then obviously I was inspired by Natasha Ossian.
How are you using social media to help your recovery?
I mean, I'd say that I was still in a very eating disorder mindset. I was looking for specific numbers and what I should eat and how I was supposed to do everything. What I came out with after watching these videos was that I had to do the total opposite of that. It was crazy because the ideas that I had in my head of what was a lot was completely smashed out of the window by these creators. And I guess watching them was one of the reasons that I got inspired to do my own thing. Initially I started on Instagram.
You're quite vulnerable then because you had never really talked about it ever. So that was the first time you opened up about it. So I think a lot of people that you knew probably were like, oh wow, I didn't even know that side of you.
But I just found it so empowering and fun and motivating. And then I don't know what happened, but on a whim, just one day I sat down with Bear and filmed my first YouTube video.
You had talked about wanting to do a channel for ages.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think that's the moment, like when you started posting on your Instagram and then you do that video, that's like owning that you are in recovery. That was your way of going, I'm cemented in this. You were uploading once a week. We'd do something fun once a week. And I remember you went to England.
We both went to England.
Well, oh yeah, I was there too. I was in England, but I had to come back early.
And then I uploaded it.
And you uploaded a video that I remember you specifically told me that you hated the video. And then I remember you then ringing me at the airport going, the video's doing so well. In our world, it was very much a viral video.
I mean, obviously that's exciting, but it really solidified to me that people were interested in this whole recovery process.
So that video itself kind of catapulted your direction of the channel.
All of a sudden, I had like an overwhelming amount of support.
But with all that new-found attention came another side to it. You opened yourself up to the court of the public opinion.
Yeah.
That itself is something that you can't train. No one's trained when they go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a general sense, because a lot of people who are in media, in the traditional sense, were trained in knowing how to talk, how to deal with certain things.
Yeah.
YouTubers and influencers and creators nowadays, they're not trained in that. So it's a huge learning curve.
Obviously, being online opened me up to a lot of support, but also a lot of opinions and critiques.
But I think the main thing that you've always done is not said that you know anything.
Yeah.
It's that you said, I'm doing this. If you want to watch, you can watch. People started having opinions about what you were eating, how much you were eating, what you looked like, and what you should look like compared to what you're eating.
I think I have a generally very supportive comment space and community. So the comments that I did receive, I was actually quite calm about them most of the time. They didn't really affect me too much, but it was definitely something that I wasn't ready for, I didn't expect, and it was something that I had to get used to. If I was recovering at my house by myself with my family, I probably wouldn't be subject to all of that.
No, you wouldn't have people yelling from across the room, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. 99% of the feedback will always be great, but there's those 1% where the feedback isn't, and you remember them and you don't, and you put all your energy into those ones instead of all the positive people that are saying such nice things. Because you know what's crazy as well? Is you're never going to please everyone.
I mean, I did say I was calm about the comments, and what I meant was I'm calm about the comments that are a bit outrageous and just really, really aggressive. Ones that really get me when it's critiquing something about me or like the way that I am, which obviously will trickle back into the recovery because I'm really working on my self-worth.
If you ever want to do something like this, make sure you have very thick skin. Very thick
and
skin.
a Tyler.
No.
Another thing that I want to mention is that when I started my YouTube channel, I was making very heavily recovery related stuff. And on YouTube, that's kind of deemed as non-advertiser friendly or like a taboo subject. So all of my videos were being demonetized. I mean, I can show you a list of all of them. They're literally all demonetized. That's also kind of a statement in itself. I was kind of like going against what I was supposed to, which I don't think is at all true because the content that I was making was so positive, if I say so myself.
Basically what that means is advertisers and companies, they didn't want their ads to be associated with videos of this nature.
Yeah.
So take it however you will.
Yeah.
We can't comment on what we don't understand.
Yeah. As I started to really properly advance in my recovery, I started making videos that were more to do with just like food in general and what I eat in a day and food challenges. My audience grew and it suddenly became a job for me. If you can imagine, when something turns into a job, things change a little bit in the way that you see them. One of the ways that people might go into watching things is for the answers, wanting to be told what to do, like I was talking about before. That puts me in a place where I'm receiving so many messages asking me how to fix everything. It breaks my heart to not be able to help, but I don't have the answers. I'm not a trained professional.
People want a step by step, like I am here, how do I get to here? Yeah. It's so nuanced that there's so many things that will happen along the way that can change and curve and your path will move. And we've been doing it. Like, we didn't get given an answer sheet to do this.
It does put quite a lot of pressure on me because I am figuring it out as I go. And with all the comments and opinions that I receive, I feel like I can't make a mistake. You know, I am going to make a mistake because eating disorder thoughts are so weird and twisted that I might think that I'm doing something correctly and then realize down the line that I haven't. So that's why I'm saying I'm just sharing my story and seeing the progress of how I'm doing it all. I guess also one of the more toxic things that I want to talk about, the insane amount of comparison. If she's only eating this much, then I should only be eating this much. Or if she's only looking like this, then I should look like this. But now that I've gone through it all, I can see how detrimental it is. Because now that I'm here, I do not think at all the same way that I did when I was there. And I think what I thought I needed then, I would really not want to do now. So I had to just kind of stay on my own vertical and do what I needed to do for myself.
I get a vibe that a lot of people don't want to believe recovery is possible. And so they use the comment space as a way to say that can't be true. What's the point of comparing your recovery to someone else's when everyone's is different for so many different reasons? Yeah. Look at someone doing something successfully and say, I want to try and emulate that, but in my own way. If we were all exactly the same, looked all exactly the same, and everything about us, every skill set, then we would live such a boring existence. Yeah. The beauty of the world is the uniqueness that we have and that every single day can be different. If I throw a bit of painting at the wall and then I throw another bit, the chances of it being exactly the same twice is minute. Keep finding myself in the viewfinder with this gorgeous mustache.
You know, it's so nice.
I've heard very negative opinions about it, but I have thick skin.
I'm not going to say too much about it, but there's something that I'm going to be announcing very, very shortly that I've created that's going to allow me to give more and share more and hopefully provide more value to you. I've said this 1,000 times, but your support on my videos is amazing, and I just really want to put a face to the comment space, if you know what I mean.
What do you have working up in that head of yours? Can you tell me?
No.
I just want to...
You're going to find out later!
No, I don't want to find out with them. No, I live with you. That's one of the bonuses. One of the bonuses is I get to find out the secrets first. I got to subscribe.
You're going to have to wait.
No,
It's gonna
no,
be
no.
this week.
No, seriously, what is it?